That dude has the touch of death.
Yeah.
He has the touch of death.
And he's not a big guy. I've never seen him in person, but I was talking to somebody recently and they said, no, he's 5'7", you know.
He's small, man. He's not big.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a photo of me standing next to him when we did the podcast. We're standing next to him. He's much smaller than me. And, bro, he puts people into the shadow realm.
Yeah.
It's just technique and confidence. His confidence is crazy.
Joe Rogan has just reacted to Ilia Topuria's latest training footage ahead of the UFC White House card. And while fans have become accustomed to seeing Topuria look sharp in training, there seems to be something different about the footage emerging from this camp. The intensity feels higher, the urgency feels greater. More importantly, there is a growing feeling throughout the MMA community that Topuria is preparing for far more than just another fight. With a massive showdown against Justin Gaethje rapidly approaching and enormous expectations surrounding his future, many people are beginning to wonder whether this could be the most dangerous version of Ilia Topuria we've ever seen. What's making the situation so fascinating is that Topuria is entering this fight from a position very few athletes ever experience. Most fighters spend their careers trying to prove they belong at the top. Topuria has already done that. He's already beaten elite competition, he's already established himself as one of the biggest stars in the sport, he's already convinced millions of fans that he possesses the talent to dominate for years to come. The higher a fighter climbs, the more difficult it becomes to impress people. Fans stop asking whether you're good enough and start asking whether you're capable of becoming one of the greats.
I think it's going to be a KO for Ilia. This could be a very bad night for Justin Gaethje. Ilia Topuria, Justin Gaethje, White House main event. Ilia obviously the favorite. This could be a very bad night for Justin Gaethje. As soon as Gaethje opens himself up, Ilia's going to be too sharp and just catch him. I think it could be that quick as soon as he does open himself up. Does Gaethje try and shell up, be very defensive, try and take him to deeper waters, take that power off Ilia? But my pick is going to be Ilia knockout.
You fought Justin Gaethje. Why is he not getting the respect he deserves going into this fight?
I think it's because, like, even the average skilled eye when it comes to fighting, they know that Justin's a little bit sloppy at times, off balance. He puts himself in harm's way. He gets out of position a lot. And when you're doing that against a sharp puncher, a sharp counter striker like Ilia, it just seems like a bad matchup. You're going to run into big shots. And I think the average fan sees that. But Justin's kind of embracing that, like, everything's against me. I'm going to shock the world. I like that mindset for him.
Every performance is analyzed differently. Every mistake becomes bigger. Every victory is compared against the standards you've already set for yourself. Yet somehow, Topuria appears completely comfortable carrying that burden, and if anything, the latest training footage suggests he's embracing it. Part of that confidence comes from the fact that he possesses one of the most complete skill sets in mixed martial arts.
Look at his fight, you're like, oh my god, it hurts just to watch.
Do you think Justin Gaethje has a chance?
Everybody has a chance. Gaethje's been into wars. He has a very good calf kick too that I think he should use, especially for Ilia Topuria. Topuria have very good boxing. If he hit Justin with that kind of power, Justin need to be careful. It will not be a good idea. A lot of power in his hand. He's also very good on the floor in wrestling. He started as a wrestler.
His boxing is world class. His power is devastating. His grappling is dangerous enough to create problems for almost anyone in the sport. What makes him especially difficult to deal with, however, is the way he combines those skills with absolute belief in his own abilities.
What percentage would you guys give it that Justin Gaethje can win?
I just don't see how Ilia gets cracked.
Justin Gaethje is 27-5.
That's crazy.
It's not that crazy considering Ilia's knocked out 3 Hall of Famers in a row, 3 legends in a row. Ilia just there, in your face, head movement, not a big frame, not a lot to hit. His hands are up. Ilia's just so fucking sharp. And
I mean, that's the one thing with Ilia Topuria. 17 wins, 7 KOs, 8 submissions. So goddamn confident. I'm so nervous for like Justin. Like his whole family's got to go there. I think there's a way he could win, but I'm like, God, it's just gonna be brutal. So
plenty of fighters talk confidently before a fight. Topuria carries himself like somebody who genuinely expects every prediction he makes to become reality. Instead, Topuria has continued finding ways to make elite competition look ordinary, which is one of the reasons so many people believe he could eventually become one of the defining stars of this generation.
He had a victory party for the Oliveira fight the night before.
Drinking wine. I saw.
I don't think he was drinking wine.
No?
I think he was drinking water the night before, but he has drank wine in weigh-ins.
Yeah. When
he's getting ready to weigh in, or what? The weight cut. He only did that for 2 camps. He told me though. He said it's too much. I was just like fucking hungover the next day. Like, what am I doing?
Right, and you're about to get your brain beat up. You're dehydrating. Your drink. Come on.
Well, I think he's dehydrating himself, and he said the wine actually helps you get dehydrated.
Yeah, alcohol definitely does.
Yeah, but nobody does that. Nobody drinks wine for the weigh-ins. That's crazy.
No, bro. And like, I'm not drinking anything. I'm so depleted by that time. You know.
I know, and he's getting hammered.
Lucky. and winning world championships.
Well, it was only 2 fights he did that for, so it became like something where people were pretending he does it every weigh-in.
He's got all these young fighters out there in the world drinking on weigh-in day. I'm gonna be like the champ, man.
Yeah, but he's crazy talented.
For sure.
In a weird way.
That's why this fight against Justin Gaethje feels so important. Not because Topuria needs another signature victory to validate his career, but because the UFC White House card presents an opportunity to elevate himself onto an entirely different level of stardom. Opportunities like this don't come around often, the spotlight is enormous, the attention surrounding the event is enormous, the potential rewards waiting on the other side are enormous. One spectacular performance could completely change the way people view his future. And that's where things become very interesting. Because while much of the conversation naturally focuses on Topuria, Justin Gaethje remains one of the most dangerous fighters in combat sports. Few athletes have built a reputation quite like Gaethje's. He brings pressure, he brings violence, he brings a willingness to walk directly into chaos if that's what it takes to win. For years, some of the toughest fighters in the world have discovered just how difficult it is to survive when Gaethje drags a fight into the type of battle he enjoys. The problem for Gaethje is that Topuria doesn't seem remotely intimidated by any of that. Watching him train, there is a noticeable sense of purpose behind everything he's doing. Nothing appears rushed, nothing appears forced. Every movement looks like part of a fighter preparing for a moment he fully expects to own. That's one of the reasons Joe Rogan and so many others have become fascinated by Topuria's rise. The confidence doesn't feel manufactured. It doesn't feel like promotional hype. It feels like a fighter who genuinely believes he can solve any problem placed in front of him.
Why are people overlooking Justin Gaethje?
Justin Gaethje's up against it. It's a very difficult fight. Charles Oliveira beat Justin. They saw what Ilia did to Charles Oliveira. They saw what Ilia did to Max to make them believe that Justin has no chance. Justin said, I'm shooting missiles at him on the White House lawn. I think Justin's ready to do that. Either you're going to leave on the 250th anniversary of our country with an American guy as the undisputed champion of the world, or you're going to leave with a Spanish kid celebrating being the world champion at the White House. That's crazy.
Whatever it is, he has it. He has it.
He's got it in his mind. He's got it in his technique. His grappling's fun. I watched a video of him grappling with Merab, and he was all over Merab. And that's crazy.
That's what they say. His grappling's just as good, if not better, than his stand-up.
That's where he started.
I've
He
never
started
seen
as
it.
a grappler.
I've never seen him grapple though.
Well, he finished Bryce Mitchell on the ground, and he's finished a few people on the ground.
We're going to have Justin Gaethje versus Ilia Topuria to unify the belt. How do you think that's going to go?
It's a hard fight. The Gaethje that fought Paddy won't beat Ilia right now. Ilia's striking is leagues above everybody in the UFC, and the wrestling and jiu-jitsu is there as well. Things have got to change in Gaethje's camp to make the fight competitive. But that's not saying that we'll see that Gaethje when he fights Ilia.
I feel like Topuria will be able to take advantage and knock him out.
What makes this training camp even more compelling is the personal backdrop surrounding it. Over recent months, Topuria has reportedly dealt with significant distractions outside the cage while continuing to carry the expectations that come with being one of the UFC's fastest growing stars. Situations like that can break fighters. They can create doubt, drain focus, and completely derail preparation. Yet there are times when adversity has the opposite effect. There are times when personal struggles sharpen a competitor's mindset and push them to levels they may never have reached otherwise. Many fans believe that's exactly what's happening here. Rather than looking burdened by expectation, he appears determined to use it as fuel. That's a frightening combination when attached to someone already considered one of the most talented fighters on the planet. The UFC White House card could ultimately become one of the most important nights of his career because of what it represents. A victory over Justin Gaethje doesn't just add another big name to his resume. It strengthens the growing belief that Topuria is becoming the face of a new era. It moves him closer to the biggest fights available. It moves him closer to superstardom. While many champions eventually become focused on protecting what they've already achieved, Topuria continues talking and training like somebody who feels his biggest moments are still ahead of him. That mindset, combined with the confidence, skill, and momentum he's carrying into this fight, explains why so many people are struggling to look past him. Joe Rogan has often spoken about the rare athletes who seem destined for greatness long before their careers are finished, fighters who possess the talent, mentality, and belief required to dominate under the brightest lights. Looking at the way Topuria is approaching this camp, it's easy to understand why so many fans believe he belongs in that category. And if the latest training footage is any indication, Justin Gaethje may be about to face a version of Ilia Topuria that is more focused, more motivated, and more dangerous than anything we've seen before. If that's true, the UFC White House card may not simply be remembered as another major event. It may be remembered as the night Ilia Topuria took another huge step toward becoming one of the biggest stars in all of combat sports.